Alright, so my new student dialogue was on the sexual politics of hooking up. Kind of an interesting topic to me, something that I really thought might be interesting when I looked on the list of the new student dialogues, so I knew I wanted to get one of those. And when I got there, I was really pleasantly surprised with what I actually found in the dialogue. Our two instructors were really good, really engaging. They kind of kept it interesting, they kept it light, made it fun for someone our age, and some of the stuff we discussed was pretty important, I think. These days, hooking up is something that people don't really think about enough, and if they do think about it, they just kind of push it off to the side and don't want to deal with it. And to me, it's really a big issue these days. And it's pretty evident in the discussion that we had that there's very polar views on it, and the standards for men and women are much, much different, and it's something that needs to really be fixed. And so, hooking up, some people consider to be okay. Some people consider to be something that makes you look pretty bad, and that really doesn't matter. Whatever you think is what you think, and that's fine as long as you don't put that view on anybody else forcefully. But the fact that the general view of men and women is different is an issue. If a man hooks up with 10 girls in a month, they get a lot of high fives from guys, and that's one of the things we discussed for quite a while. Yet when women hook up with 10 different men in a month, they're considered a slut. Is that really a good thing? I don't think so, and I expressed that view throughout the entire dialogue, and many people expressed that same view. I don't think anybody really expressed it. They thought that was a bad thing to have that kind of double standard, or rather, thought it was a good thing to have that double standard, and which is really a good step. And I kind of brought it back to something of the fact that we do what we're told and we do what we learn. When we were all 13, 14, just learning about growing up and being adults, we learned from the people that were older than us, and that's all we knew, and we just followed what they did. We didn't question it. We didn't say, why is there a double standard here between men and women? We just did it, and it's been going that way for a long time. Everybody learns from the people in front of them, and it goes all the way back to the times where men and women did not have very equal rights, I think. And that's kind of one of the things we really brought it back to, is that it's not this world we live in, we have a lot of similarities between men and women now, a lot of equal rights, but a lot of the underlying issues are not really the same. And that's something that really needs to be worked on now, that women need to be able to be held in the same light as men. And it really comes down to, you can do whatever you want to do. People may or may not judge you, and you just have to accept the fact that they may or may not judge you. But if somebody starts to forcefully put their opinion on you, then it becomes an issue. However, many people just don't do things because they think people are going to judge them, and then that affects the whole outcome of their lives. And that's something that people really need to get over, the fact that they just need to be themselves and do what they want to do. And as long as you know the consequences and possibilities of what's going to happen through your actions, then that's okay. And that's something that we came to a good consensus on that. And there was a lot of discussion. There was not, we could have gone on for much longer than the 2 hours we had in our dialogue, which is not what we thought we could do at the beginning. We really thought that was going to be a big issue, and we weren't going to be able to we were just sit there in silence, awkwardness the whole time. But it turned into a pretty good discussion. We had, I'd say, about 10 or 11 people that were continually discussing and going back and forth on their opinions, and nobody was really afraid to say what they wanted, which was really good. It was really an open place where people didn't have to worry about, oh, this person's going to judge me outside of here, this person's going to tell people what I said, and tell people I defend this person or that person. And that really helped us, and our instructors really helped us learn that a dialogue like that is not something to fear. It's not something to be upset that you have to go do. It's really a good time, and I think I learned a lot of good things that during that day. It was really good to understand the differences between men and women and hooking up, and kind of learning the underlying causes of that. So that was something that I really enjoyed, and I definitely think it's necessary for all freshmen to do something like that. Thank you.